Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have been advised not to kill democracy because of his second-term ambition. That is what we're going to talk about in this video. And if you're new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. The question that will readily come to mind is Tinubu killing democracy? As he had been advised not to kill democracy because of his second-term ambition. There are indications that Tinubu is killing democracy. That alarm had also been raised by former President Olusegun Obasanjo. That alarm had also been raised by the 2023 presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi. That alarm has also been raised by former governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, who revealed of the strategy of Tinubu administration to strangulate the opposition so that there will be no opposition in Nigeria. Talking about how the Tinubu government has infiltrated the opposition to destroy the opposition in Nigeria. In other words, when you destroy the opposition, what are you saying? You want to create a one-party state. You want to create a dictatorship. In other words, you are killing democracy. That is one issue that we have to take that it is a fact that we can say. Because if you look at what is happening in the country right now, the interference in River State, the interference in Kano, and all these things that are happening to make the opposition not be viable in Nigeria, it will point to one direction, that democracy is dying in Nigeria, as claimed recently by Obasanjo and Peter Obi and others, including Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, former vice president and presidential candidate of the PDP in the 2023 presidential election. However, the one we're talking about right now is the admonition that was made to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by Dele Momodu. It was Dele Momodu who, while speaking with Channels Television, said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not kill democracy because of his second-term ambition. That is what we are really dealing with now. And Dele Momodu, for those who don't know him, Dele Momodu is the publisher of Ovation magazine. He is a very active new media participant. You see him has millions of followers in Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and what have you. He has been active. He writes the Pendulum column on this day, on Saturdays, their back page. He is also a politician. He has contested the last presidential election under the PDP, for which he lost woefully. And because he cannot be able, he doesn't have the financial muscle to play the way these guys played. And he's a renowned journalist, okay? And he had been also part of those who played key role in June 12th, among those who fought for democracy in Nigeria. those who lived on exile or lived in exile during the time of military dictatorship as a result of their struggle for democracy. So he was advising President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the perspective of their comradeship when they were fighting for democracy. He agreed, although many may disagree, that Tinubu fought for democracy. But if you ask somebody like late Ngozi Odu, he may have a different story to tell you on Tinubu's role in the so-called fight for democracy. But that's a story for another day. But if you want to find out more, go on Google, search for Yinka Odumakai on Tinubu. You will see a lowdown of a lot of things that written about Tinubu before his unfortunate death. Okay. Yinka Odumakai used to be the publicity secretary of Afenifere. He died during the COVID menace in Nigeria. Okay. So he has a different take on Tinubu's role on June 12 and all that, which I will advise any student of contemporary Nigerian politics and history should go and read it so that you'll be able to understand who is Tinubu from a different perspective from some of the things the media are not telling you. So, but Dele Momodu was presenting Tinubu as somebody who fought for democracy. So Dele Momodu was telling him, you can go and watch the interview with Chinese television. Dele Momodu was telling Tinubu, say, please, we used to be comrade. We know you fought for democracy. You fought for the rights of Nigeria. But whatever you are doing, don't fail in democracy. You may fail in any other thing. You may fail in the economy. You can be forgiven because you are not an economist. You are not a professor of economy. Okay? You may fail in governance. People can forgive you. But do not fail in democracy. He reminded him that Goodluck Jonathan deepened our democracy when he was president. He deepened our democracy. Obasanjo, despite the allegations of seeking third term, Obasanjo deepened our democracy. And he was now warning Tinubu not to destroy, kill our democracy. And he said that because Tinubu would have done irreparable damage to democratic ideal in Nigeria because he was somebody that fought for democracy. So his own will be double jeopardy for those who believe in democracy if he fails, but already he is failing. Dele Momodu took a swipe on Tinubu for imposing state of emergency in Rivers State because of second term. He said that imposing state of emergency in Rivers State and sacking duly elected governor, deputy governor, and the State of Assembly was anti-democratic move, and that it's an indication of Tinubu killing democracy. Now, what more can one say about what Dele Momodu has said and observed? And why is Tinubu doing this? Because from all indication, from what Dele Momodu is saying, Tinubu is aware that what he did in Rivers was wrong. Because if it is true that he fought for democracy, he would have known that what he did in Rivers was anti-democratic, that he is killing democracy. And it's under Tinubu's administration that his government, the federal government, is interfering in the chieftaincy matters in Kano State, which ought not to be the case. federal government has been accused of interference in a purely state affair, because it was said that it's an exclusive right of state governors and local governments of their state to determine who becomes an emir, an oba, an obi, an igwe, or whatever. Federal government has no business with it, but it has been alleged that the uncertainty over the emirship tussle in Kano was because of alleged federal interference under Tinubu administration. Now, all these things combined together could have informed Dele Momodu's admonition to Tinubu not to kill democracy because of his second term ambition. And you know that Rivers is important for his second term. Kano is important for his second term. Nobody has ever become president of Nigeria without winning either Rivers, Lagos, and Kano. In fact, many people that became president won the three. But Tinubu was the first person to be declared winner of presidential election in Nigeria without winning any of the three. He didn't win Lagos, he didn't win Kano, and the River State that INEC declared that he won, independent tabulation by the BBC and Premium Time showed that it was Peter Obi of the Labour Party. So if we are to believe the BBC and Premium Times tabulation as having more credibility than INEC, you can say that he didn't win any of those states. So how did he get the votes to emerge as winner? That's a story for another day. But you can therefore see that there's a desperation to see how he can grab those states, particularly Rivers and Kano State. And you see that those two states are being controlled by opposition parties. So when Dele Momodu is saying that the president should not kill democracy because of his second term ambition, he is making a lot of sense. But is the president going to listen? Is there any, despite the condemnation, even by his close confidant, like Professor Wole Soyinka, is there any sign that they are going to withdraw from Rivers in 6 months? Their body language, the way they are demonizing the governor they suspended, the way they are going about it, trying to recruit people from the state to lay allegation on the suspended governor, so that they have ulterior motive that will not be in the interest of democracy, will not be in the interest of Nigeria, and could do irreparable damage to our democracy. So I believe that Dele Momodu was right in advising the president not to kill democracy because of his second term. And now Dele Momodu gave him a good advice in that interview. He said, you don't need to do all these things, intimidating people, intimidating governors, destroying political parties. That's not what you need. What you need is good governance. Deliver the promises you made to Nigerians. Deliver it. The people will come out on their own to vote for you. Your work should speak for you. It is not by intimidation. It is not by harassment. It is not by infiltrating political parties and destroying their rank and file. It is not by removing duly elected democratic officials in Kano State, in River State, and interfering in purely state matters in Kano that will help him. It is good governance. Let's see your report card. Dele Momodu advised him, it is your report card that should determine whether you should get second term. Any other way, you are killing democracy. That's what Dele Momodu said. That was the message to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't know what to have to say about this admonition to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by one of his comrades, Dele Momodu, that he should stop killing democracy in Nigeria because of his second term ambition. What is your view? What is your position? Let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.